This is a sucker's stock market in which a price increase in your stock, I think, should be viewed probably as an opportunity to sell the rip before it goes down further, as it has been going down in a major way on Monday. The general indices going down 2% to 3%. So we got a crash going on, and it's because of the tariffs, and the tariffs can change at any time. They said it was going to be 25% on Canada and Mexico and 10% on China. And this morning, after saying all week that it would be 10% on China, they changed it to 20%. So this is the sort of instability that makes this market almost untradeable. In the middle of February, DeepSeek, developed in China, made the artificial intelligence stocks go down, and they have never really recovered. I took that as a major indication that the artificial intelligence market was done. And I don't think it's going to come back for a while, at least not while all this tariff action is going on. And there's more tariffs promised at the beginning of April. So I think for the next 3 months, this market is untradeable, and I'm in a money market fund for the most part. DeepSeek should not have downed the market as bad as it did. That was a major indication to me that the market was totally overvalued, and artificial intelligence was not going to save the market anymore. NVIDIA is more or less done. So we got to chill out and wait for the crash. But it really doesn't pay to short this market because it can change in a flash. Just like these announcements that, they're going to make the tariffs this, then they're going to make it that. You can change in the snap of the fingers. There are further indications of a coming recession, and there's also indication of inflation. So when you have both happening at the same time, that is called stagflation. Construction spending it went down 0.2% from the previous month. It was 0.5%. They only expected it to go down 0.1%, so it was worse than what was expected. And manufacturing employment is down. It previously was at 50.3. When it goes below 50, your manufacturing employment is in contraction. And it went down to 47.6, which is a huge drop on a monthly basis. Meanwhile, inflation from the most recent data appears to be increasing by 0.3% each month on both the headline and core basis. So we have the basis for stagflation. Going into March, we're hoping for recovery, but the job losses are increasing, and these tariffs will be haunting us for at least the next month or two, and maybe a couple of months beyond that. Trump's tariffs will raise gasoline and electricity prices in the United States. He dashed hopes Monday that a last-minute deal might avert the tariffs on Canada and Mexico. He said they're going through. He did reduce the tariff on oil. He reduced it from 25% to 10%. So it's a 10% energy import fee. And we'll have higher gasoline, electricity, home heating, and car prices. Car prices are projected to go up by about $12,000. We get a lot of car parts from Canada. And Warren Buffett made a rare comment saying that these tariffs could cause punitive damage and trigger inflation and hurt consumers. What he said, to quote him, is tariffs are actually, we've had a lot of experience with them. They're an act of war to some degree. Over time, they are a tax on goods. I mean, the tooth fairy doesn't pay him, he said with a laugh. And then what? What do you do then? You always have to ask that question in economics. You always have to say, and then what? So he's not thrilled with the idea of tariffs whatsoever. And it really ends up being a regressive tax because low-income people will pay a higher percentage of their income towards the tariffs than high-income people. The price of Bitcoin has been all over the place. Trump did finally announce a strategic crypto reserve, which includes Bitcoin, but also includes Solana, XRP, and others such as Ether. He announced the creation of a strategic crypto reserve that will include Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. This is the first time he's specified his support for a crypto reserve versus a stockpile. Many crypto investors feel strongly that a crypto reserve should hold only Bitcoin, and I thought that was the main idea to begin with. But some reject the idea of a reserve holding digital assets altogether. So it was a surprise to me that it would hold more than Bitcoin, and I think it's going to be much harder to convince Congress to include anything beyond Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin has been all over the place. Again, that's why you can't really trade this market. It's just rumors. It goes up above 105,000, and it's been below 80,000. At the time of this recording, it's at about 86,000. The VIX, which is a measure of the puts versus the calls. Puts are a negative bet on the market. It's a bearish call that the market is going to go down. And when you get over 20, in my mind and in many people's mind, that's a bear market. And right now, the VIX is hanging around 22. So we got every sign that a bear market is on the way and no reason to think that it's not on the way for at least the next several months, if we're lucky. I think it could go beyond that. He could have a negative 2 years of his presidency to begin with, because it will take a while for things to turn around. There is evidence that Apple and TSM, that's Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, are making factories in the United States. Taiwan Semiconductor already has a factory in Phoenix, and they plan to expand. And part of that is due to Biden's CHIPS Act. So Biden more or less got the ball rolling, and now they're doubling down on that and say they're going to invest over $100 billion because they want to avoid tariffs, which will be a good thing for the United States. Thanks for listening.